This is a review of the Pedco Ultra Clamp, available online for about $22 or $23. It is designed to mount pretty much any device that uses a 1/4-20 mount, like a camera. Just about all your cameras use this, video and still cameras, to mount. So you can mount your camera to just about anything. It has basically, this is I assume it's aluminum, some kind of metal, but I'm judging by its weight, it's aluminum frame, and it uses this clamp right here to attach the clamp to anything, like a roll bar on a vehicle, or handlebars of a bike or motorcycle. You could mount it to a shelf. Just about anything you can think of that clamp will go on, it'll hold it. It holds it pretty well. There are several adjustments. You can loosen this knob here, and you can articulate this, and this little ball will spin also, so you can get all kinds of motion there. And then also you have these adjustment here, and basically what you do is you loosen this up, and you can turn this way and it locks. I'm going to take it off completely. You can see there's a pin here, and that pin will lock into one of these, so it won't spin on you once you lock it down. So it's pretty handy. I've used it on my motorcycle. I've used it on these go-kart things when I was in Alaska, which is the first place I used it. I've used it in my car. I mounted it to the headrest on the passenger seat and was able to film the dashboard of my car for a project I was working on. I even mounted it on the windshield wiper arm on my car for a project I was working on, and I use it with a contour video camera, but any camera would work, I would imagine. The only drawback I've found with it is the first time I used it, which was on the go-kart in Alaska, I was afraid that it was going to vibrate. The vibration of the motor or whatever bouncing around the trail was going to loosen this part up and fall off, and so I really cranked it down tight. So I want to make sure people understand that I really cranked it down. And then when I went to go take it off, it held great, it didn't move, but when I went to go take it off, this knob right here spun off of this threaded rod, or it came loose, it didn't come off, and I had a little bit of trouble getting it loose, but I eventually did. So it's just threaded on there and glued, so it's really not a big deal. You could just re-glue it with some Gorilla Glue or something else that'll work, epoxy or whatever, and it'd probably be fine if it came off. But you don't need to crank it down that tight for it to hold. It's rubber here and this rubber pad on this part, so it holds pretty well. Like I said, I've had it on my motorcycle at 60 miles an hour, and it didn't come off on the handlebars. So I have some uses for it in the future. Like I said, this is the Pedco Ultra Clamp, and it runs about $23.